Hello and welcome to another session of the My Solo 401k Financial My Community Daily Webinar Series. We're excited to discuss today how to upgrade a Fidelity Solo 401k to make employer and/or mega backdoor Roth contributions for 2024. As always, the presentation is being provided for educational purposes only and should not be construed as tax, legal, or investment advice, nor any type of solicitation. If you're on YouTube or LinkedIn or StreamYard or Twitter, any of the channels, please feel free to chat over questions, as we want to definitely take the time to answer any questions or topics that you wish to discuss. So now that we're past the tax deadline, we are resuming our regular daily schedule. So for example, tomorrow we'll be back. Earlier today, we had our morning session. Here in the afternoon session, again, we're here to discuss how to upgrade a Fidelity Solo 401k to make employer and/or mega backdoor Roth contributions for 2024. Tomorrow, we'll be back to discuss, can the business exclude part-time employees for participating in my Solo 401k? And then in the afternoon session tomorrow, we'll be back to discuss how to upgrade a Solo 401k at Schwab to make employer and/or mega backdoor Roth contributions for 2024. So with that, let's dive into the topic. Now, the deadline contributions, those are always very common questions that individuals have. And so one of the top reasons that customers want to set up accounts with us is because the Solo 401k, number one, has the highest contribution limits for any defined contribution plan available to self-employed individuals. So number two, our plan does allow for mega backdoor Roth contributions, as well as, of course, pre-tax contributions. Could be pre-tax employee or pre-tax employer. So now if you already have a Solo 401k at Fidelity that you established before the end of last year, and you filed a timely extension for your tax return for 2024, you could still upgrade the plan to our plan and make all types of contributions for 2024, including employee, employer, and/or mega backdoor Roth contributions by your business tax return deadline, including any timely filed extension. So let's say, for example, your business is taxed as a sole proprietorship. So that means that your self-employed business tax return is the 1040 deadline, right? So let's assume you filed an extension for that 1040. So now you have until October 15th to file your 1040. And let's say before the end of last year, you already had a Solo 401k at Fidelity. Well, that means that you met the December 31st, 2024 establishment deadline because you had a Solo 401k at Fidelity. But your plan is a basic plan, right? Fidelity's plan only allows for pre-tax contributions, pre-tax employee as well as pre-tax employer. Well, you can restate your plan to our plan, and now you can make all types of contributions, whether employee, employer, or voluntary after tax for 2024 by October 15th. Because again, you met the deadline that preserved the ability to make contributions until your 2024 business tax return deadline, including any timely filed extension here in 2025. Your business is taxed as a sole proprietorship. Therefore, your business tax return is really your 1040. You filed an extension for your 1040. That gives you until October 15th to make those 2024 contributions. If you upgrade your plan to our plan, now your plan does allow for the mega backdoor Roth contributions. It allows for Roth employee contributions, even Roth employer contributions. So you can still make all types of those contributions until October 15th. And if your business is taxed in some other fashion, let's say it's an S Corp or a partnership, and you filed the timely extension for your 2024 tax return, right? The 1120S in the case of a business tax as an S Corp, or a 1065 in the case of a business tax as a partnership. Well, that means your business tax return deadline is now September 15th. And if you already had set up a Solo 401k, a basic Solo 401k at Fidelity before the end of last year, that means you met the December 31st establishment deadline, which means you can make all types of contributions until your business tax return deadline, including extension here in 2025. So that means you could still upgrade your plan to our plan. So now you can make those mega backdoor Roth contributions. Now you can make those Roth employee contributions all the way up until September 15th. And lastly, if your business is taxed as a C corporation and you filed a timely extension for that 1120, well, now your 1120 deadline is October 15th. So if you had set up a plan, say at Fidelity before the end of last year, you could upgrade to our plan and be able to make all types of contributions for 2024, including employee, pre-tax or Roth, employer, and or mega backdoor Roth contributions for 2024 by October 15th. So that can be great news for those that still want to be able to make those types of contributions for 2024. Now, the process is going to be what they call a restatement. So that means that your existing plan continues, but now it's governed by our plan documents. So now you're going to be able to make mega backdoor Roth contributions. Now you can make Roth contributions. Now you can take a 401k participant loan. Now you can invest in alternative investments. Now your plan will be eligible for the tax credit. So all the reasons that people want to upgrade our plan would apply. And you can still keep your accounts at Fidelity. I should say you can still keep your investments at Fidelity. You'll have to have new accounts because your existing accounts are governed by Fidelity's plan documents, which don't allow for those types of features that I just went through. But Fidelity will still open up accounts for third-party plans. So you can't keep your accounts, your technical, literal accounts, but you can still keep your investments. And we help our customers open up brokerage accounts at Fidelity that are governed by third-party plans, like our plan documents. So we would help you open up new accounts at Fidelity. Then you could transfer over the cash and assets in kind from your pre-existing account at Fidelity over to the new pre-tax account at Fidelity. Then on top of that, you could have additional accounts such as Roth, such as voluntary after-tax, which is how you make mega backdoor Roth contributions. Now that transfer from the pre-existing solo 401k at Fidelity to the new account at Fidelity for the restated plan, that's not taxable. That's not reportable because the funds are not leaving the plan. They're just going to new accounts for the same plan, but the plan is now governed by new plan documents, meaning our IRS approved plan documents that will allow you to do what you want to do. And we'll prepare the transfer paperwork to direct Fidelity to move the cash and assets from your pre-existing basic solo 401k account over to the new account that's governed by the plan provided by us. So that's the concept in a nutshell that we want to make sure that folks understand. So if you had a solo 401k that was already set up at Fidelity and you filed an extension for your 2024 tax return and you want to be able to make those 2024 Roth or mega backdoor Roth contributions, you could still do that for 2024, all types. You would just need to upgrade your plan to our plan via the restatement. You can still keep your cash and investments at Fidelity, just be new accounts. We would guide you through the process to open up the new accounts, prepare the transfer paperwork, etc. All right, well, it's great to be back. We appreciate the participation. Please like the video. Please share with those that you think this might be helpful to help us get the word out to other self-employed individuals just like you. Of course, there's a growing number of self-employed individuals out there. So we really appreciate the chance to get the word out to you. We appreciate the opportunity. If you could like and subscribe, that helps us get it out to others just like you that might value this information. So we really appreciate your engagement, your participation. We'll give it a moment to see if there are any questions. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow to continue to discuss these topics. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We appreciate the opportunity.